So, you know, the level 2 right now is 53 by 64. You know, and just like that, all of a sudden you've got 2225. So, you know, where's the spot on this? 23.15 is the pre-market high. This has a float of 3.73 million shares, but the volume, as you can see, is certainly on the lighter side. MYOS. Let's see. So what was the high on this one? The high is 78. MYOS bouncing a little bit off of that pullback. Yeah, I reduced the stream a little bit. I don't know exactly why it's struggling, but I think it's a YouTube issue. I don't think it's anything that that I can actually do anything about. All right, so those of you guys who aren't already subscribed to the channel or haven't hit the thumbs up, make sure you do that. For those of you streaming on Facebook and YouTube, kind of sitting tight here. MYOS is in a little bit of consolidation period. Declining volume. So, you know, what level does it need to break? Well, 75, 80. And yep, those of you guys who haven't subscribed to the Tire Kickers YouTube channel right here, make sure you subscribe. That's my side project. So there's the video that I posted yesterday, which hopefully you guys enjoyed. About 5 minutes to the bell. I would say at this point with MYOS, if it broke back over 70, I'd probably be thinking that looks good. Or if it comes back down to the $0.50, it looks weak right now, like it's kind of like fading. But if I could get a dip off the lows, that could give me a starter. So I want to see right here, the low of this last pullback was 53. So let's see what it does when it comes back down to 250. This one, 18 million shares of volume, 10,000 shares can be my starter. 20,000, decent size, 30, 40,000, not going to be a problem with this stock. It's got a ton of volume, but I'm going to wait for a good entry. High of this candle back here was 64. I was hoping to get a dip off the $0.50, so let's see what it does. Let's leave an order at 78. So I'll take a starter there at 64, and then I'm going to add over 75. So watching 75. I want to catch that break through the pre-market high. Watching to add. So that was a 5-minute candle that just made a new high right there. So I'm putting my order now at 80. 78 is the high. So if we break 75, watching, then we might get that break of 78 and then squeeze up to 85.90. Watching, adding there at 75. Okay, so let's watch this here. We want to see that rip up into the 80s. So you can see it's churning a little bit. New orders at 82. So unwinding some profit, concerned that it might not break, and putting my new order at 81 to add back. Adding at 64 there on a dip. So just added on that dip down there at 64. And I'll see if it curls back up for a second attempt at 280. It's definitely a flat top breakout pattern. Taking profit from where I added at 64, 65, at 70, and now I'll just wait for the next pullback. Still holding a small position, but needed to break over the, well, I guess it broke that level by 2 cents, but it really needed to break through 80 and go up to 85.90. Pixie. I see that popping up there. I've traded it a couple times. I can keep half an eye on it. All right, so we've got about a minute to the bell. I'm still holding a small position on MYOS, and I'll see whether or not at the open this wants to curl back up. So 280, break 280, then a squeeze up to 290, $3. Really needs to break those levels, but I'll also watch dips off of the $0.50 of 250. So I'm going to put an order at 258 right now, so it's ready to go. All right, so that's the game plan here. With a few minutes to the bell, I'm going to put up my disclaimer for those on YouTube and Facebook as a reminder that day trading is risky and that the majority of traders who come into the market will lose money. So if you want to not be part of the majority, you need to do something differently, and that means learning a strategy and trading a simulator before you put real money on the line. So I'm going to take the rest of the profit off the table there at 68 on MYOS, and I'll be watching this at the bell. All right, so there's the bell. Orders at 280. Starter, 5,000 shares, and selling at 86. New order is going to go at $3. I'm looking for kind of a dip on this back down towards the $0.50. Starter right, oh, no, that order was rejected. All right, hang on a second. Let me watch it at the $0.50. I want to watch for a bounce off of 250. I don't want to be too early on it because this is no caps, please, except for stocks. Long down there at 55, buying the dip. So I'm trying to buy the bounce off the $0.50 and looking for a retest of 65. Stopped out at 52. So I don't know, 55, 56 to 52, 3-4 cent loss with 20,000 shares. That's fine. Well, here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you this room is for trading only. So no complaints, please, in this room. Otherwise, we're going to turn off your chat privileges. We need to focus on trade ideas right now. I would say probably 70% of my entries are with the click of the button, and the rest would be shift one. But it's not my favorite way to get in because of the risk of slippage. FLGT, higher price, but hitting the scans, making a pretty big move, very light volume. Yes. I am... See, here's the thing with the red to green. It already did a first attempt on the 1 minute here and it failed. And so now the question is, where's the next level of support? You know, it broke this 238 spot. Well, it tested the low there, 235. So maybe that level holds. The high right there is 42. So I'll take a starter there at 43, 5,000 shares. I'll see if it pops back up over the $0.50. It's 46, 47. It's a risky spot to be trying to take a trade right under the $0.50. So I stopped out at 40, so $150 loss on 5,000 shares. Double bottom, 34, 35. Again, at this point, you know, we're on the backside of the volume weight average price. This isn't really the best place to be taking trades. Probably better just to wait. Pixie is lighter on volume, but has a pre-market high in the 40s, or a high a day in the 40s. So the high there is 540. Put an order at 43. Mara, let me look at that one. Yep, curling up a little bit. USEG, kind of a interesting chart there. So a gap, a fade, and now bouncing off the low, lighter volume as well. Mara, I'd want to see break over 20. USCG halt is 640, 680, 660, moved up a little bit. VXRT, the high is 11. Even the 1 minute is a little choppy. A couple red doji candles. Today's a day for patience. No, I saw USEG. It just has lighter volume, so I was kind of waiting to see if more volume would come into it. The high is 640. Whiting Petroleum, WLL. It's a funny one because it's a higher float by quite a bit, probably over 100 million shares, but we have traded it a couple of times. It's 90 million share float. So, yeah. 90 million shares. MYOS starting to curl up here. The high of that candle right there is 45. I'm watching. I'm long there, 44, 43, and I'm going to add at 51. I'm looking for the break through the volume weight average price at 45, at 48. So now we're getting that curling pattern. I want to catch that break through the $0.50 of 250 for a squeeze up towards 260. So 245 is the breakout spot. There's 46, 47, 48. So I'm not liking that. That's needed to break the $0.50 immediately. So I'm out at 46 and 45, 46 and 40, yeah, 46. Yep, so the low down here is 30 or 20 something. Watching, buying it there at 25, 27 for a dip trade. It's, I think, an irrational sell-off. Looking for a pop back up to 35. So there's 31, 30. I want to see 31, 32. Looking for 35-ish. So A couple bigger buyers there. Looking for the break over 230. No, I'm going to stop out at 25. The thing with dip trades, really kind of want them to work pretty quickly. IEA, I'll keep an eye on that one on resumption. So I'm sitting right now up 6,231 on MYOS, which was mostly from pre-market. So I don't know that I'll take any more trades on that one. VXRT is a tricky one. Gap scanner, I don't really show once the market opens because, you know, it's really just part of the watch list. And then once the bell is rung, it's not really helpful for me anymore. Nice move on Disney. Yep. So Disney is approaching daily resistance. So the daily resistance on Disney is 82. I might watch Disney for a short off this daily resistance of 127.82. I'll take a starter there at 63 and I'll add at 28 because we're coming right into this resistance level. So watching it 128 to add short. You see we're getting that top reversal right there. So I didn't get a chance to add, but I'm just going to hold for a second. See if this pulls back down towards 127. Low of that last candle is 38, so I want to see it break below 38. IEA resumption is going to be in about, let's see, just a couple minutes. Still watching to add on Disney up here around 28. High is 28.25. We'll see how far it goes. Because now it's breaking that level. pretty firm break. Let's see what it does here for a second. IEA, watching resumption. So the high was 520. No trade on IEA. So I got to cover Disney and take the loss on it. So that actually puts me red on the day. I was looking for the reversal right off that level, and I should have just cut it sooner. Mara would need to break probably over 421. So Mara, the pre-market level right now, I would say the pivot is 440. So this right here is a micro pullback under 30. I'll take a starter there for the break of 30 on Mara. So there's 33, 34, 31. Not really the break that I wanted to see, so I'm back out of that with basically a break-even trade. That first kind of 1 minute candle to make a new high should be a stronger breakout than that. The high is 33. I'd wait till 40. KTCC hitting the scanners, but light volume. JMIA, I don't really like the daily setup on that. SRNE. Yes, I see the setup. You know, it's been a little bit more, it's a more thickly traded one, so it's been a little trickier. I'm only up $300 today, so you know I'm not seeing a lot of momentum, but you know it's still the first half hour. Things can turn around pretty quickly. So, yeah, IEA. And Mara. Next order on Mara is at the $0.50, but sellers are stacked up on it. There's 45. I'm watching Mara. Long at 47, and I'm going to add at 51 for the break through the $0.50. There's the break. New order goes at 61. Taking my profit off and looking for a dip now. want to see if Mara can hold above the $0.50. So when it comes back down to 450, I want to see if there's a big bid there. So you could have gotten a nice trade there from, 54, 55 up to 60. Not a huge winner, but it's getting a little top heavy up here, but I'll watch the level 2 to see if there's another setup. Pre-market high is 76. Mara coming back down to 50. Is it going to hold the level? I'm taking a long at 51. So I just bought at 51, trying to buy that dip and looking for 65. There's 56. Can I hold the $0.50? Taking my profit, 54, 53. We'll watch the next dip opportunity. Back in at 51, 7,000 shares. It's holding 50 again, so now I've got a better entry at 51. Looking for the break over 60. Setting my stop on it. I'm going to take a look at JMIA. Nope, stopped out at 52. Yeah, I see JMIA. Again, the daily chart on that's a little tricky, so I'm not sure. Watching Mara again in this $0.50 area. Watching. No, so it broke it. Broke the $0.50. But it's okay. Got a couple trades on it. Sometimes it's just kind of, continue to cast the line and wait for something to kind of connect and bite and start to feel like, all right, now I've got something I'm working with here. Sometimes it just takes a few stabs and a few different stocks before you finally see something that starts to open up.